we're talking to over 1,000 pastors around the country about what's happening. Pastors in California and other pastors this Palm Sunday, they're going to open their churches for the very first time, notwithstanding the restrictions in those states that say you can't. Let me just say this before I talk about some of the cases. I've reviewed thousands of these executive orders from the governors and from the local governments, and they've been amended and they've been amended and amended. I haven't found a single one with regards to the restriction on churches that is constitutional. The government does not have the right to dictate the manner and form of worship. It doesn't have the right to dictate how you're going to worship, online versus in person or in the parking lot. And that's not within the government's purview. What I see is a pattern. And that pattern has been very consistent. And it is a pattern of worldview. And it's not only consistent with what you see happening at the state level with the governors, but also what you're seeing happening at the local level with the mayors and the other governing bodies. And that is a worldview. And the people that are making those draconian restrictions and that are restricting churches and making other kinds of unreasonable restrictions on our freedom, those are individuals that have also a very radical pro-abortion worldview, a pro-LGBT worldview, and an anti-religious liberty worldview. So when you're talking with the Jonathan Project, all that you're doing, Rick, what you're doing is so critical to encourage pastors to get people registered to vote and to do it in a way that's data-driven and to preach and give values to the people so they vote values. Because we don't want to have to ever go through this again. How do we prevent it? Well, we're doing litigation, sure, but just as much as the litigation, we need even more so to have people in office who respect our religious freedom and our freedom in general. The only way they're going to do that is if people vote biblical values and elect the right people in office, so that we never want to go down this road again, Rick. And thank you for all you're doing, because what you're doing is so, so critical.